Barakti Hawa Barakatha, Yahushua, Barakti Hawa Barakatha, Yahushua, Bahasham, Rakakwadash, the honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching and truth and sincerity. Lesson will be entitled The Bitter, No Longer Superman. My source, Daily Mail, article entitled Cam Newton Makes Heartbreaking Admission About His Struggles as a Dad. I Can't Provide Like I Once Did. Former NFL QB Cam Newton admits it hurts that he can no longer be Superman to his 8 kids while earning less money in his post-football career. Newton, who bowed out from the sport in 2021, shares 4 children with ex-girlfriend Kia Proctor, sons Chosen, Comedius, and Cashmere, daughter Sovereign. The ex-MVP QB also helps raise Proctor's older daughter Shakira and shares 2 kids with photographer Lorena Shaw, son Caesar, and Shaw's older son from another relationship, Jaden. He then welcomed his first child with current girlfriend Jasmine Brown in March 2024, though the couple are yet to reveal the name of their baby girl. Newton spent 11 years in the NFL after being selected with the first overall pick in the 2011 draft by the Carolina Panthers, where he stayed for almost the entirety of his career, bar a brief stint with the New England Patriots. Yet despite reportedly earning close to $135 million in that time, the 35-year-old has opened up on his struggles as a father without the luxury of a NFL salary. I'm going into a different phase of my life that's going to require a different form of myself, Newton said while featuring on the Fox hit reality television show Special Forces. World's toughest test. Being in the NFL, everyone knows there's a large sum of money that comes to you in a short span of time. And being away from the game for 3 years, those checks don't come in the same. Like, I got 8 kids. Boy, it hurts me knowing that I can't provide like I once did. It hurts thinking that I'm Superman, but in reality, I'm just a man, he added. There's a famous quote that says, in order to get something that you've never had, you got to do something that you've never done. At 35, I can literally say, okay, now I'm getting prepared for this next chapter of my life. You can't escape the bitter. So what is the bitter? The bitter, going into what? The curses. And regardless, Cam made, according to that article, $135 million. And currently, he has a net worth of $50 million. Okay, and it was last updated January 16th, 2025. So Jake is not smart. Okay, and you have to think about this. When you get that type of money, you have to make smart choices, wise investments. Okay, it doesn't make sense to cop all these cribs when you have to maintain the houses, or these expensive cars when you have the maintenance, the insurance, and so on and so forth. See, Jake be thinking that money will continue to come in. No. What did he say? He said that large amounts of money, however, in a short span. So Jake, you can't avoid the curses. Okay? And this is the bitter. So let's go into Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if you will not listen unto the voice of Yahweh your power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command you this day, that all these curses, hence indignation, which means righteous anger, shall come on you and overtake you. Righteous anger for what? For what? What did we do? Let's go to the prayer of Azariah. All right, now this is prayer of Azariah 1 and 2. Then Azarias stood up and prayed on this manner and opened his. Let me start at verse 1. And they walked in the midst of the fire, praising the Most High and blessing the Lord. Then Azarias stood up and prayed on this manner, and opening his mouth in the midst of the fire, said, Blessed are you, O Lord, power of our fathers. Your name is worthy to be praised and glorified forevermore. For you art righteous in all the things that you have done to us. Yea, true are all your works. Your ways are right, and all your judgments truth. And in all the things that you have brought on us and on the holy city of our fathers, even Jerusalem, you have executed true judgment, for according to truth and judgment did you bring all these things on us because of our sins. For we have sinned and committed iniquity, departing from you. And all things have we trespassed and not obeyed your commandments, nor kept them, neither done as you have commanded us, that it might go well with us. Wherefore, all that you have brought on us and everything that you have done to us, you have done in true judgment. Okay, hence the curses. Okay, the bitter. The bitter. Verse 17, curse shall be your basket, your bank accounts, your wallets, and your store, your businesses. And I quote Cam Newton, it hurts that I can no longer be Superman. So, of course, he is an Israelite. Let's go to Haggai. One and 6 in the NLT. You have planted much, but harvest little. You eat, but are not satisfied. You drink, but are still thirsty. You put on clothes, but cannot keep warm. Your wages disappear as though you were putting them in pockets filled with holes. Pockets filled with holes. It's symbolic. It's always something. You save up some money, and guess what? The very next day, or within that same week, someone needs something, or you need something. Something breaks down. Something needs fixing. Okay? You forgot to do this. You forgot to do that. Or they forgot to do this. Or they forgot to do that. Meaning what? Your wages disappear as though you were putting them in pockets filled with holes. And for our case example, Cam Newton, okay, earned at least $135 million and has a net worth of $50 million. Another key point he stated. And I quote, Being in the NFL, everyone knows there's a large sum of money that comes to you in a short span of time. And being away from the game for 3 years, those checks don't come in the same. Proverbs 23 and verse 4. Labor not to be rich. Cease from your own wisdom. Salakia. Labor not to be rich. Cease from your own wisdom. Why not? Why not? Verse 5. Will you set your eyes on that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. And once that eagle continues to fly towards heaven, what happens? You lose sight. So from a symbolic standpoint, using that analogy, one day that money's here, the next day is gone. Proving what Cam stated. Being in the NFL, everyone knows there's a large sum of money that comes to you in a short span of time, and being away from the game for 3 years, those checks don't come in the same. Which proves what? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. Let's go to my last precept. Numbers 1 and 17. I'm tripping. Ruth 1 and 19. So they two went, Ruth and Naomi, until they came to Bethlehem. And it came to pass, when they were come to Bethlehem, that all the city was moved about them. And he said, Is this Naomi? And she said unto them, Call me not Naomi, call me Mara. Okay, and Mara. America goes back, okay, or America comes from this term, Mara, which means what? Call me Mara, for the Almighty has dealt very bitterly with me. We came to America and the other Americas because Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai was going to deal extremely bitter with us. All these unfortunate circumstances are by design when you have spiritual inspiration, when you understand. So I know I said this was the last precept. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And Yahweh shall bring you into Egypt, modern day America, again with ships, hence the transatlantic slave trade. And that's another reason why people are saying that history never happened, because it's documented in the scriptures, okay? And Yahweh shall bring you into Egypt again with ships by the way whereof I spoke unto you. You shall see it no more again, the land of Israel, for a long period of time. And there, America, you shall be sold unto your enemies. Who are our enemies? The Edomites, so-called white people, for bondmen and bondwomen, meaning slave men and slave women, and no man shall buy you, meaning what? No man outside of Yahweh Shai saving the elect can rescue us from this misery, from this bitterness, okay? Only Yahweh Shai, not the NBA, not the NFL, not the NHL, okay, or any lucrative contract you sign. What's the other one? The NIL deal, when you sell out your name, image, and likeness. None of those contracts can save you. Look at Cam Newton. Went from 135 million, and currently he has a $50 million net worth. But still, you mean to tell me you can't cut the costs on what you have now? Because you're still getting paid. Although the checks are not the same, but you still are a millionaire. And having a net worth of $50 million is more than enough. Jake is greedy. Jake is greedy. But look, all good things come to a fucking end. And that's what you niggas get. Lord will, you were edified. Shalom.